Julia Trubkina and Brandon Gibbs were unlike the rest of the 90 Day Fiance stars. The former had a tough time adjusting to the farm life in Virginia with her husband and his parents, Betty and Ron. Despite their differences, they made their bond work. However, last year was quite tough for the family. They had to deal with 2 robberies, threats from neighbors and so on. Soon, Julia and Brandon also appeared on 90 Day Fiance's The Last Resort to fix their relationship. While they discussed a lot of issues like Julia's infidelity during their engagement, baby struggles, they finally decided to recommit. However, fans saw them going through a lot of problems once again during their UK trip. They took to their social media to reveal if they are still considering a divorce or not. Julia and Brandon Gibbs always came off as a sweet pair on 90 Day Fiancé. Their social media activities also included making wholesome, romantic reels. However, viewers began to doubt if everything was alright between the two. Last year, Julia had to pass her citizenship test, which was the last step of becoming an American. Her husband, Brandon, was nowhere to be found when she achieved such a big feat. At the same time, Julia and Brandon decided to go on a trip to Europe. However, only a few days after covering some countries, the couple began sharing videos solo. The former also made a big post on social media saying how they couldn't do the trip together as their fights and issues kept taking center stage. It happened after they were done filming for The Last Resort and got recommitted. Well, everyone had been wondering if Brandon and Julia were still on the verge of divorce. They cleared the speculations on the basis of a brand new picture on social media. It was to mark their 5-year wedding anniversary. So, they squashed all the buzz surrounding their split and confirmed they were in a very healthy space in their relationship. They seemed glad to have completed 5 years of togetherness. Earlier, Brandon and Julia had tons of issues. The latter's cheating scandal was also the talk of the town. Although it happened in the past, but Brandon was in Russia when he was engaged to his wife-to-be, and when they were on a break, she kissed her ex. He only found out about it when they were filming for The Last Resort. She also apologized to him during the tell-all. Well, Brandon did say sternly during the tell-all that if Julia ever does something like this again, they would be done. Well, they just celebrated their anniversary. Hence, it's proof that the couple may have worked on their differences and that their pay during The Last Resort really did help the couple. They were all smiles in the new post and everyone cheered them on for making it through the hardships. What do you think about Brandon Julia's new post? Tell us in the comments. Keep an eye on Reality TV spoilers for more 90 Day Fiancé updates.